Hey guys. Hey guys, Rob here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Nice to meet you. I've got a message here that I want to read to you. It's a comment that I got in one of my videos that I wanted to answer right here in video because I think it would be helpful for most of you who are tuning in. So yeah, this message I got early this morning, and it says, I'm just going to read it from my phone. This video came up in my feed out of nowhere, which is weird because I'm a 41-year-old stay-at-home mom and have been wanting to have a channel for at least the past 6 years, but I always wondered what I could make them about, how to edit them, etc., and would it be worth it money-wise. So that's peanut. Yeah, so let me answer that. There's a little bit to unpack there. It basically comes down to niche. What niche? What is your niche going to be? And that seems to be a common problem or issue that people get stuck with, knowing they want to start a channel, but not knowing what their channel is going to be about. And so I can approach this in a couple different ways. I can tell you what the most popular niches are. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Niche is what it looks like to me. I'm a Canadian, so I have a little bit of French background, but I know you don't pronounce the E. Some people call it niche. So if that's what you like to call it, that's fine, but I'm going to call it niche. All right. So, and discovering or figuring out what your niche is going to be, basically what your channel is going to be about. People commonly refer to that as niching down, like focusing in on one particular type of video or overall topic that your videos will kind of fall under that umbrella. So it is a good idea to have an overall niche for your channel because then the subscribers that you get will get used to what you're talking about in your videos and will hopefully want to see more of that from you. Okay, so that's kind of the why behind why you should niche down. Okay, so, but yeah, I can tell you what the best ones are, but they are not necessarily going to be the best ones for you. And I want to explain that a little bit. So basically, and I've written them right down here, money, health, fitness. Okay, those are your three big ones. If you talk about those things or pick one, and kind of run with that, then those are the ones that are the most popular, that have the most viewers, that people are searching for the most. Okay, so that's a head start. That's the easy way out. Okay, now just because those are the top niches available that you could pick from doesn't mean that's what you should make your channel about. And the reason that is because you may not be an expert in any one of those fields. Now, those are broad fields. So money, I say money, that could be how to make money on YouTube, how to make money on the side while still maintaining a full-time job. What are some side hustles? It could be about investing. How do I invest money to get the most return? How do I become a millionaire? Right? Like I'm not trying to sell or promote quick ways to become a millionaire or anything like that. I'm just saying those types of videos do tend to do well. But because of that, there are, okay, I just want to make sure I was recording my audio. Because of that, there are a million people, maybe not a million, well, could be, tons of people making videos about that. All right. So now if you decide you want to get into that, you're going to be competing with a lot of other people, not directly, but any videos that you make may kind of get lost because there are so many videos about those things out there, right? So that's money. When I mention health, you could get into, weight loss plans or how to eat properly, healthily. And that also kind of ties into fitness. So how to get fit, how to I mentioned how to lose weight, but how to get fit, how to work out, right? So there's lots of fitness instructors out there that have their own YouTube channels, and and they want to show you how to get fit. And a lot of them have different ways on how to do that. Now, as an aside here, just to kind of cheat our way to what I'm ultimately going to tell you, is if you think about channels like that, whether they're money, finance type channels, or how to make money on YouTube, or how to get healthy, or how to get fit, all of those types of channels, if you think about, you've probably seen some of those on YouTube. And if you think about them, what stands out to you? And this is not a test, but my guess is that you probably remember the person who's teaching that. Okay, you probably remember who it is that's talking about these things, right? And that's important, because what I want to say is people aren't necessarily going to, so once you do have a channel up and running and say it's growing, people aren't necessarily going to be coming back to you and your videos and your channel for the content that you're delivering. Partly, yes. But a huge part of it is going to be because it's you that's delivering the message. Okay, and I've talked about this in some of my other videos as well. I strongly encourage you to put yourself in your videos, no matter what you do, because you become your brand, and then that becomes a reason for people to come back. If they like your content, right? They don't even have to like you. I mean, perhaps more often than not, they will, but maybe they don't like you, but they get your message and they'll recognize you, and that's why they come back. I'm not even sure why I said that, but that's not the norm. I'm just trying to say, like you or not, you would become part of your brand, and you would be more recognizable to them, and they'll notice you in your thumbnail, for instance, say, oh, this person has a new video, let's go check it out, right? So I think it's hugely important to put yourself in your videos and on your thumbnails, by extension, because that'll help bring people back. But because of that, that's why a lot of those big channels get people coming back. They are very popular niches, and they've got their space carved out in those niches. Right? So if you try to compete with that, you may get lost, or it might take a very long time before you get found, unless you're doing something super unique, right? That makes you stand out. It'll be very hard to compete with people who have established channels in those niches. Okay, so that said, getting back to what niche you should go after. And I'm going to stick with this person who messaged me. She mentioned she's a stay-at-home mom. Okay, so let's think about that. The best niche for you, and I'm just going to use you as an example. So hopefully the rest of you can kind of take this and apply it to your own situation. Think about what you're good at. Okay, that's number one. So what you're going to do is you're going to brainstorm. Okay, you're going to brainstorm some ideas. And just write anything down that comes to mind. Write down anything that you're good at, okay? Things that you're good at. Doesn't have to be anything to do with work or your home life. You said you're a stay-at-home mom, so you're at home. Maybe you do work at home as well, I'm not sure. But if you do, think about any of those things. What you do that you're good at. Don't mistake that for having to be an expert in that thing, whatever it is. Okay, so you don't have to be an expert. Somebody once told me in one of my other comments that to be successful, you really only need to be a step or two ahead of other people. Okay, and then they can learn from you. So you don't have to be all the way ahead and ahead of everybody, right? You don't have to be an expert. You don't need your master's degree in any of this stuff. Just be a little bit better than somebody, and then that somebody and all the other somebodies at their level will be able to learn from you. Okay, so keep that in mind while you're brainstorming. Also write down things that maybe you're not necessarily good at, but that you're interested in. Okay, like hobbies or anything you're interested in. that you feel that you could talk about. So what do you talk to your family and friends about when you're together with them, either visiting them or they come over to your place? What do you talk about? What you typically talk about is probably what you're interested in. Maybe you're interested in those other people and what they do, right? But maybe there's stuff that you like to do that you like to talk about a lot. That would be a great thing to write down in your brainstorming session. So write down all kinds of things, and you can even expand on what you do. Like, again, so what you're good at, what you are passionate about, but you can also write down things that you even think are mundane. So let's talk about the stay-at-home mom again. So what does that entail? So, and I've written a few things down. So raising kids, right? So you're raising kids. So what's involved in that? A ton of stuff, right? So I don't know, like meal preparation, right? Maybe there's some recipes that you have that are very quick to make for your family. You could do day in the life type of videos, right? Like what's your day look like? What's your morning routine look like? What's your afternoon routine? Your evening routine? When you have to take your kids places in the car, what does that look like? Like, how do you buckle them up in their car? Like, there are so many things, like all these mundane things that you may not even consider yourself being good at because it's just what you have to do in the run of your day. So you do them. But now let's think about stay-at-home moms who may be behind you. So I'm just going to guess. Let's say you've got one kid and they're 5 years old. Okay, what about the stay-at-home mom who is just about to give birth? Okay, or maybe has a 1 month old at home, right? They probably would love to know how they're to do things, what's the best way to do things when their child reaches 5 years old. And you have that information, right? You can talk about that. So it's just, you're a few steps ahead of people who want to know how you're doing what you're doing. Okay. Talking about moms to be, right? So you're pregnant. You would probably love to know what are you about to go through, right? How hard is that going to be? What about bringing the baby home? What car seat to get? Playpens. Like, my kids are in their 20s, so I'm reaching back into my memory now. It's been a while, but there's so much stuff that I could expand upon, and I'm only talking about stay-at-home moms right now. Like, this can be applied to anything you do. Maybe you drive to work. Somebody else, you're driving to work. What's your morning routine look like? People probably want to know. Maybe they're just getting out of university. They want to know what their day in the life is going to be like working at the type of job that you're working at, right? So stuff like that. You can expand upon that. So that should generate some ideas for you. Now, from those ideas, pick one. Pick one. That one might be standing out to you. Maybe a few might stand out to you. Now, you don't have to think of all these ideas as different types of niches you could get into. They could be. You might decide that driving kids to and from their activities is a niche that you want to really dive into and make a whole bunch of videos about. Maybe you have all kinds of ideas, or maybe you want to set up a camera in your car, and maybe you don't want to film your kids and put them on YouTube. That's a whole another thing, but some people do. Or maybe just film yourself and you can blur out your kids if you want to. That's possible in video editing. And you can maybe just hear the kids in the background and you want to film your reactions to what they say, right? And instead of seeing the kids. So just another idea. But don't think of all these ideas that you're brainstorming as different possible niches. Your niche could encompass everything, right? So again, this comes back to you being you and you being unique. Okay, so a day in your life may encompass a whole bunch of different things, And maybe your niche is just you, like somebody your age, your gender. Right. So stay at home mom. You're let's say I don't know, you're in your 30s. Oh, you even said you're in your early 40s, and this is how I raise my kids, right? And you can help people do what you do. Okay, so what you could do is make videos that encompass everything, and just start one. Pick one, make a video about something to do with one of these ideas that jump out at you, and see how that goes. Remembering that your first video isn't going to be a masterpiece. It's not going to be the best video you ever make. Presumably, you're going to get better as you keep making videos. Okay, so don't worry about that. And don't even worry about reaching the most possible number of people with that video. You're kind of practicing for later on when your channel does grow and get bigger, right? Your first videos are not going to be your best videos. So keep that in mind, and maybe that'll put you more at ease. But where am I going with this? Let me just refer to my notes again. It's hard. This is hard, talking without a teleprompter and just having an idea in your head and trying to answer a question. I find it a little bit easier when I have a specific question and I try to answer, so that helps me. But then I tend to go off on tangents. I think that's okay. But anyways, back to it. The main point I want to get across is when coming up with what videos you want to make, or what niches, or what your overall niche is going to be, think about helping other people. Okay, you want to help other people. Try to resist making your videos completely about you and just kind of showing people, this is you, this is what you like, this is what you do. I mean, there's got to be some of that, obviously, but if you do it with the genuine intention of helping other people be able to do what you're doing, that's what resonates with other people. That's what people are looking for. If you think about, why do you go on YouTube? Maybe you go on YouTube because you want to get entertained, and that's fine. Look for entertainment type videos. But there's a lot of people on YouTube looking for help. They're looking for help, how to do certain things, or how do people go through life, doing what I'm about to have to do with, a newborn baby, for example, right? Or a new job, or whatever it is, moving to a new place, right? That would be new. If I'm moving to a new city, maybe I want to look for videos on that city. What are things to do, right? I would like to find videos about this city that are helpful, that will help me find the best places to go, best places to eat, what to do on weekends and things like that, right? I'm looking for help. So keep that in mind and bring that back to yourself when deciding what videos to make. Try to make them helpful. Try to be helpful to your audience, to your potential audience, to the people who may find your video. And the more helpful you can be, the more you can help guide people, then the more they're going to want to hear from you again, right? And watch more of your stuff. So that will really help. So yeah, don't. I guess the moral of this story is don't necessarily. There is no right niche for everybody. Okay, you've got to find your own. Again, I can tell you which ones are the best niches, the best performing niches on YouTube, what people search for the most, and you can use keyword research tools to find out, what people are searching for. Go to Google Trends. If you want to Google Trends, you can use that tool to find out what people are searching for, and what's popular, what's trending, right? But it's gotta marry up well with your own life and you as a person, what you're good at, what you like to do, what you're passionate about, what you can talk about. Because there's nothing worse than finding a video on something you're searching for and say, yeah, no, that's exactly what I want to learn. And then you press play on that video and you're watching it and you figure out, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. That's not what I was looking for. I want to learn from somebody who knows what they're talking about. So yeah, and don't worry if you think the niche that you're picking or you're making videos about, if you think it's too small. So maybe it's not as big as the health or the fitness or the money niches. That's okay, because there's millions of people. I think there's billions of people on YouTube, right? Like there's way more people on YouTube than will ever find your channel, and that will ever find specific money and health and fitness channels either, right? They just have their one little tiny sliver of that pie, the YouTube pie, but their one little tiny sliver is massive, okay? So there is a huge audience out there waiting for you, waiting for anybody, okay? You just have to find your niche. and I apologize if I'm not giving you the answer. I think I gave you, the stay-at-home mom, a few ideas. A couple other ideas that I've written down here that I never got to, like organizational stuff. So if I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm not ever going to be a stay-at-home mom, but I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes. Staying at home. So what's involved in that? Maybe like I've seen and I don't know why I've seen them in my feed, but how to organize your closets, right? There's a ton of channels on that kind of stuff. Maybe because I actually built a closet for my battery backups, but anyway, another thing. Huge. There's a ton of videos on that. How to organize your closet. Who would have thunk it, right? Who would have thought that? Lots of people want to know, like, how are you organizing your closets? How do you organize all of these babies' clothes? Like, my kids are growing so fast. Every few months now their clothes don't fit. Do I store them? Do I sell them? Like, where do I store them? What are some ideas, some craft ideas maybe to do with all these clothes that I'm building up, right? People want to know, like, what do you do? People want to know. People who haven't quite gotten to your point want to know. So if you can make videos on that stuff and put yourself in those videos, right? Be personable, talk to them, help them out, then you'll find your niche. Then you will start getting people watching your videos, but not only that, they'll start commenting. They'll tell you what they like about your videos, what they don't like. And what they don't like stuff, if people are just going to be mean and whatever, you can delete them. Don't even worry about them. I made a video about that, actually, how to deal with hateful comments, because there are people out there that are just going to be hateful no matter what you do, and don't even worry about them. But you will get comments. You will get a ton, like way more positive comments than negative, if you're being helpful. People will tell you what they liked about it. And they'll also tell you what else they want to see from you, right? You'll get ideas. So you've brainstormed a whole bunch of ideas to get you started, right? Now, and this is another reason why it's so not important to really nail down a niche in the beginning. Your audience is going to tell you what they want from you. And then based on that, you're going to navigate your own path and steer towards what your audience wants. Make a video make a video for your audience. Make a video answering a question that was in the comments of one of your videos, like what I'm doing right here, right? You can do that. And then people will comment on that video, and then that'll guide you in another slightly different direction. Before you know it, your niche may have totally changed. Maybe you started off making vlog type videos of you in your car talking to your kids on your way to a soccer game. A few months later, you're making videos on how to make meals, right? How to organize your closet, how to take your kids for a walk while you're also walking a couple of dogs and a cat. I don't know if people walk their cats. I don't walk my cat, but anyway, you get my point. You may go in a completely different direction that you weren't expecting to go at all, but now you're making videos that you know your audience wants to see. They are being satisfied. They're loving your content. They'll comment again, and you'll be getting new and more subscribers and viewers like that, and your channel will grow before you know it. That's pretty much it. Anything helpful? Another one that I wrote down that I almost forgot to tell you about. I hope this video is not getting too long. Product reviews. Okay, in the run of your life, especially as a stay-at-home mom, there's probably all kinds of products that you use that other people would find helpful. So if you can review stuff, that's also a nice way to get into maybe sponsored type videos. You might get some brands to come online with you and they may want you to make videos on certain things, certain types of car seats, or feeding bottles, or whatever, diapers, I don't know, anything, clothing, anything. Anything. I don't know how to stress that enough. It can be anything. So I think that's probably enough. I've probably talked enough about this. I hope you found this helpful. Don't stress too much on nailing down your niche. It will find you. You just got to get started with something you can talk about, right? And then your niche and your audience will find you, as long as you're being helpful. Be helpful to your audience, and they'll love you for it. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video. Cheers, guys. Bye. Stay here. Just here. What's that? Let's make a video. Let's make a video. You want to just sit there? Hey guys, my name is Rob, and Hey guys, I'm Rob, and this is Peanut, and we're here to make another video today. Today I want to talk about coming up with a niche, and what's the best way to do that? What is the best niche out there? And I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Niche, one of those two. Stay here. Come on. Look, it's just up here. Hi guys, my name's Rob, and if you're new here, welcome. Nice to meet you. And if you're a returning visitor, then you probably recognize Peanut. She's been... There we go. Just finished recording that video. Here's Peanut. She did not want to stick around. Peanut, what's up? You didn't want to stay? Are you comfortable? You all right? You didn't want to stay with me? What's going on? You comfortable? Laying on my desk. All right. Yeah, sometimes she wants to record with me and sometimes she does not. So anyways,